Happy birthday to you. Happy first birthday, Tende. Happy birthday.
Dear 18-year-old me. Oh my gosh. That feels so scary to say. And I did not think I would even live to be 18 years old. How can a person know everything at 18? Taylor Swift. Nothing new. This is what younger me thought being 18 would be like. That my life would be, well, complete.
The last mid-intro. And we're going to where? Oh my god, where's beach?
And we're gonna learn about waves.
Literally, I remember going to Wiz Beach, like the first house thing, and my house did walking down there, and it was so. And I remember thinking like, whoa, this is crazy. Like I live by a beach. And now we're going again, and it's sunny. I'm literally in summertime. Shorts are out, guys. It's summertime. It's emotional.
I never really could imagine what my life after 18 would look like. I think I grew up believing that by 18 I would really know.
Here we are, going back to the house. Guys, what are we gonna do? They're going in the water. So guys, now we are in, what are
myself. Younger me thought that by 18 my biological family would find me and I would have done everything possible. Part of me knows or feels as if I was never actually meant to make it to 18. Whether that be my first experience of life, with quite literally being abandoned on the streets of Uganda, something I have mentioned quite a few times, or if it was losing my dad when I was only 15 years old. I remember after that sudden loss of my dad, reading that children that lost parents in the way that I did were less likely to turn 18, and that I had a higher chance of dying in the same way. Now, I never once felt that it would be my choice to not make it to 18. I more felt it to be my fate. So, have I outlived my own fate? I mean, I have always felt a bit undefined.
Yeah, and the school I'm at now, for starters, I'll tell you another thing if we reach a certain amount of subscribers. But for starters, I have friends in my year. I have some really good friends in my year, but I feel like last year my bonds were stronger, and like I felt, yeah, my bonds were just stronger last year. But I do have friends in this year, like and at my school I am the only different person there, because I live in a village where there's literally no one with the same skin colour as me, and yes, same at my school. There's a girl but like me, but she's not like me, and it can be hard sometimes, you know, to like feel different, and for like people like point you out from your family. I'll come to that in a different video. But yeah, and I'm not going to my local feeder secondary school because I feel like the school that I would have gone to just doesn't like one for me, since they've already had people say kind of like mean things to me from there, and it's just not that nice. So I'm going to this really nice school, and I hope that I make a lot of friends there, and it should be good.
So guys, out with my friends in Oxford. This is like my second time in Oxford, I think. I don't know. I have actually been here many times, and it's kind of crazy because, like, you know, guys, obviously, I grew up in New York, so it's a very different, like, environment for me. But, like, I love being in Oxford. It's so, like, cutesy, like, very nice. Okay, there's so... Guys, this... Yeah, try me, walk ahead of me.
It leaves me feeling like this year has been in a bit of a dreamlike state of I quite literally couldn't imagine any of it. Even as I'm speaking about this, I'm terrified for what's to come. Being 18 has felt a bit like the beginning of the end and the start of something new. 16-year-old me. 17-year-old. 18 felt like a trilogy of my life. Big changes from finishing my GCSEs, moving to Canada, and well, I guess I should address it. Being 18 and my 18th birthday last year was so bittersweet. And nearly a year later, I still can't process it. The fact that I have, like, actually graduated. My first months of adulthood were months of which felt like childhood magic, aka the special place I call home, Pearson College, UWC, on Tende Bay, was ending. And I felt like I was living those first few months of being 18 in denial about having to leave a place I call home. The place, the people, it is quite literally magic. And sometimes I sit and I think, wow, less than a year after losing my dad at 15, somehow I managed to move all the way to Canada. And a couple weeks before I left Canada, my grandpa also passed away. So I was like, oh, someone has really tested me out there. But I still managed to move all the way to Canada. But on my 18th birthday, I feel a sense of peace, a sense of love that I never thought that I would have again. A sense of love which I thought had died. On my 18th birthday, I was surrounded by people that saw me fully. I'm still grieving having to leave that sense of comfort that I had at Pearson, at high school. Leaving felt like losing a family all over again, and I really tried to delay it as long as possible. I entered Canada, UWC, high school, a heartbroken boy trying to stay strong. So, I left an 18-year-old boy who didn't feel as if I had to be strong. I felt I didn't have to be anyone but me. My words can't describe the immense love I have for everyone at my previous school. Being 18 has meant inevitable endings leading to new beginnings, such as I could not even imagine back then, a year ago. University. I have no idea where I'm gonna go for university. Like, okay, it's not that I have no idea into it. I don't know how to say so, I'm arrogant, but I have so many different options, and I feel like I can see myself at every single school. So who even knows where I'm gonna end up actually? Because I really don't. I have to make a decision by like June 1st. Thing is, even so, I'm able to accept the US option and the UK option. So I feel like I'm really just prolonging making an actual decision. So there's the fact of friends, where my friends are going to be, unless it's going to be quite far away. And I think that's definitely seems to be a very like major factor for me. And one of my closest friends actually, she said to me, like, she was like, you shouldn't sacrifice your career for people that are currently
close to you now. And that's so wise and it's so true. I feel like it's just very difficult. I feel like whatever decision I make, I'm gonna be screaming while doing it. I think I just worry about making the wrong decision. Some part of me wishes the decision could be made for me, but then I know I'd also hate that because I'd be thinking like, what if? Anyways, I'm just indecisive. I really did not plan this far ahead, to be honest. Probably just because one couldn't imagine what it'd even be like being 18 like 2 years ago. Anyways, and I also just I can't even imagine myself in university. I feel so young. Like, what do you mean I'm actually gonna be like university student? Hello? Like, I'm literally a child. So I have to make decisions soon, but I really don't know.
And I may now have an ocean between me and the people that I very once called home and still do. But these people are not divided by an ocean, as they live very close to me in my heart. Perhaps I'm romanticizing the past era a bit, but there must be some substance for me to romanticize. I still can't read the letters people wrote me for graduation, and maybe 19-year-old me will be able to, but they do sit in my desk, right by me, every single day.
I feel like that's actually a fair bucket list. Honestly, yeah. Finish my classes.
I cried a lot and I traveled a lot. Firstly, leaving Vancouver, which felt like a saga within itself, that graduation weekend. A lot of stuff went down, but it felt like such a good closing chapter.
This is me before the bridge. This is me before the bridge.
I don't know. Honestly, I was living in a daydream. I was actually living in a daydream. And then to going to Toronto.
Okay, so it is day 1 being in Toronto.
I got to reunite with one of my second years, Amery, and OMG, I love that girl.
So in my tourist era.
I saw Iman, I saw Malika, and my other second years.
Oh my God, guys. For the top reaction. Have an health.
This is so good. This is crazy. You guys should move now. Oh my God. Emmy, you try.
Oh my God, the camera eats first. That is quite good.
You try. They're good.
It's salty. Sponsored by Drama.
And I just loved Toronto, honestly, it was so amazing, and it was generally such a nice trip. and it felt like such a like peaceful ending, you know.
It's like
to my time in Canada.
I haven't felt a lot of it. So guys, now we are in, where are we?
We are in the distillery district.
And what are we doing?
We're eating authentic Toronto pizza.
I think I'm gonna say Italian pizza. And it's very cute. I got some stuff today. I don't usually buy stuff. As you guys know, it takes me a while to pick something. And yeah, I got a little pepperoni pizza. I'm taking a video. Emmy and her brand. It's like Snow White or something. So guys, apparently they just have like I don't know, this in the middle of a city. Like I'm still in Toronto. I'm very confused actually. Canada's not a real place to me. Like 1 minute I'm on like some underground train, next minute I'm here.
I feel like I definitely will return to Toronto, and yeah, I just loved it so much. But it was crazy because like I've just graduated, I've just turned 18, now I'm in Toronto. Like, what's happening?
Summer style. Yeah, I think I'm doing this by myself. This is my last time in Canada.
Despite returning after Toronto to a place that I may also call home, it felt different as I carried not only the weight of my luggage, but the weight of laughter, of tears, and of growth that I'd experienced. 18-year-old me, I generally feel like had such a main character life-changing moments over summer, and I saw literally the author of my life, Miss Taylor Allison Swift, on the Eras tour, front row with my older sister, screaming the lyrics and thousands of other people who have their own memories and experiences, and I just let out like a build up of and I even got to meet Taylor's dad, I saw Travis Kelce, I saw her mom. Like, it was honestly like highlight of my life.
We just watched Dallas, so how you feeling? Swift. Scott Swift gave me a guitar pick and he held my hand and I actually was like, oh my god!
And I saw Edene, and I saw Tristan, and I saw some other people, and I loved it so much. Like, I actually love Spain, but even with seeing Edene in Spain, part of me was still being a bit delusional to the fact that me and her would not be living together next year. And I think for me to find peace of mind with my 18-year-old self is that I kind of found the opposite of peace of mind. My mind has been very, very active this year, which is both for good, but can also be quite draining.
Just on the streets of Madrid, and it's so warm that I'm just in a top. I don't know where we're walking to, but it's very nice. This is the fourth city I've been to this summer. So far it's been or maybe 6. Victoria, Vancouver, Toronto, London, Oxford, Bristol, now Madrid. And yeah, we just came back from a rooftop like bar thing. It was very nice. It was on top of this hotel. There's a lot of people that I felt like such an adult. And guys, I feel like I have to start preparing to go on like rooftop bars. Like, I don't know if that's what people do in London. I really don't know. I'm gonna find out at university though. As long as someone pays for my drinks, which I will make that happen when I'm at university. Get someone that can pay for my drinks. And yeah, about to get run over. That's the end of the vlog. And now there's an ambulance. Oh, what's happening?
I also made some new connections with my hometown. Some that had made parts of me feel as if there was still some potential for amazing things to happen here. Others, well, let's see if they last into my 19th year. And I don't want this to taint my 18th birthday. 19th birthday, or my 18th year, to be tainted by the devastating actions of those that have wronged me. And while I have shed many a tear, it did teach me that I need to take care of the vulnerable boy within me. It was a harsh but necessary realization that my heart is precious, and mine may be a bit more damaged than the most due to my interesting start to life. But that just means that I need a little bit more love and support from me to protect my heart, to not give it up so easily, as I've learned not everyone deserves to have my heart, my joy, my laughter. However, as I was speaking, I did have the strength to stick up for not only me, but for younger Tende, who would have hidden. I'm going to love proudly, and I'm going to romanticize my life. Others' actions should not, will not, and cannot define me. And I genuinely believe that those that have cut me off and damaged or hurt me, they shall regret it. And that's not even a threat, but I just know I'm going to be someone great, someone known. And this isn't a manifestation, as 18-year-old me has already proven that I am that boy. And I'm also just so over like having to downplay my accomplishments, as I have no known biological family. I lost my dad at 15, and I still got accepted into the best universities across the world, across multiple different continents. I'm building a global community of trendies who I love you guys so much on social media. I still have compassion. And I made it to my 18th birthday. These are big accomplishments. And within my 18th year, I realized that some people will feel threatened by the accomplishments that I will achieve, that you will achieve. Those people are not your friends. If your friends are only comfortable with your success to a certain level, then they are not your friends. That even the fact that I am still here for my 18th birthday is an accomplishment within itself. Because if you go back to a boy literally on the streets, no family, and tell him that one day you will be sat here on YouTube having worked with brands like people like Billie Eilish, Taylor Swift, etc., SZA, people be like, girl, are you crazy? And I'm so over having to downplay my accomplishments, because my life generally feels like a miracle, and I'm gonna live it to the fullest. Even if it means going out of my way to do things on my own. Whether that be applying and getting in to UWC's Sustainable Cities Summer Camp, which I have a whole video about, which you can watch, where I found that despite it only being 2 weeks and me going from UK, Paris, Belgium, Germany, not me saying Paris, not France. within these 2 weeks, I made real deep, long-lasting connections. And these people, despite coming from all sorts of different backgrounds, all sorts of different knowledge and expertise, we found a real human bond and human connection. And I did that by myself. There was no one else that I knew prior to going to this thing. But I left with many people whom I am still very close to.
How you feeling?
Oh, stop.
Let me look at the camera, please. How you feeling?
I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling really weird. It's just weird.
Weird.
Yeah.
No, literally. I can't believe it's been 2 weeks. Like, I feel like we were gonna sit this, and it's giving me like real like flashbacks to UWC. You know, I'm like, cause it feel.
It's so like bittersweet. Yeah. Because I'm tired. I'm actually so tired. I want to go sleep in my bed.
Oh.
But then with you, like.
Oh! Wait! Hold up! With you? She's trying to rest out. Literally, she's pulling people. Okay. Guys.
We got off the boat.
Literally survived.
We didn't crash again.
A nice little cafe, restaurant. There's a tower. It's sunny.
And I'm writing this after completing nearly a whole year of university at one of the most prestigious drama schools, Royal Central School of Speech and Drama. And I'm writing this after moving from Canada to now living in central London. After being invited to Fashion Week, after meeting and seeing the Queen of England, not Queen Elizabeth, who I know many of you are thinking, Queen Camilla. After I'm writing and saying this after meeting King Charles. I think this year I've really realized that I cannot predict everything. I think being 17, being 16, being 15, I had a clear roadmap of what I wanted to achieve in those years, what I wanted to do, how I was going to get there. And both those years I accomplished every single thing on my bucket list and my New Year's resolution. Going into 18th year, it really was like, my life is so good right now, like being 17, that I just didn't want it to change. But obviously life is not like that. And it's kind of crazy to think that many of you I've never met, yet I feel such a strong, powerful connection with you. In terms of you've quite literally watched me grow up since being 15, and now I'm an adult. Honestly, I wasn't so sure what to say to 18-year-old me, and this video has been very difficult to make, as nothing could have prepared me for being 18. Now let me leave you with these lyrics from the other author of my life, Olivia, Rodrigo.
Yeah, that's you.
When am I gonna stop being wise beyond my years and just start being wise?
Hi guys, and welcome to
When am I gonna
my
stop
daily vlogs.
being a pretty young thing?
It's nothing special.
When am I gonna stop
Welcome to the same
being
week.
great for my age and just start being good? Will it stop being cool
Hi guys, and welcome back to Staying Trendy with Tende.
to be quietly misunderstood? I'll blow out the candle.
Now out. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday
Happy
to me.
birthday to you.
Got your whole life ahead of you. You're only 19. The 19-year-old me, free. But I do know that in the wise words of Lord, I'm 19 and I'm on fire. If 18 was reigniting the spark. Let 19 be setting alight the flame. With much love and care from 18-year-old Tende to 19-year-old me. Always stay trendy to be like Tende. P.S. Where you gonna be? I just feel like, 19 is gonna be the year we set fire to the flame, and it's gonna be beautiful.